is first up. Both of these ladies would love to have that trophy, I'm sure, to
It's
take
a
home.
beautiful trophy. We love those trophies that are made with heart. Now we have to look at this lane breakdown. I wonder if Carolyn or Dell looked at this when they started. I doubt it. I think Carolyn is more of the offensive bowler than defensive. Trying to get Lisa to end or start on a particular lane.
But she was pretty close on both lanes, so it's...
Right.
Yeah, wouldn't make a lot of difference. Carolyn chose to have Lisa start. On tour for 12 years, 11 titles.
In practice, on her practice shots, that she was using both a straight ball and this ball that hooks more. She's chosen to stay away from the right-hand part of the lane that hooks a little more. She's moved into the left where she probably has a little more consistent shot.
Well, Carolyn, the top seed, and so far this year, that is exactly where you need to be, because all 3 weeks, our top seed has won the championship, and that's unusual.
We should be in Vegas. Those are good
exactly.
odds.
I mean, top seed usually at best 50%, maybe even below, because they don't have a game under their belt. Oh, she was trying to steer that.
She was, and she talked to us about making 10 great shots off her hand. That wasn't up to par, I believe.
That's what she was hoping to do, and we talked about expectations. And what do the pros average? What would you say? How many good shots per match?
She likes to see 8 shots out of 10, if not more. I think we're all up in that category for 8 good shots off of her hand. She's going for 10 out of 10 for the show, though.
Covers the spare. So those of you at home, you know, if you ever throw a shot and go, wow, I threw that one good, imagine you really need to throw it that good 8 or 9 times a match in order to compete at this level.
And be standing and looking in the right place, because your ball may not react in the lane properly.
Exactly. Lisa Bishop in the second frame. Oh, just the 4-pin tripping out. 7 still stands.
It's got a chance here. We had a lot of trip 4s this week, but not to be in this case.
Going to convert her spare here. Oh, wow. Mistake by Lisa Bishop.
Very important to make those spares. The ball just comes off of her hand. She threw it pretty good. It went in the right direction. Right about there, it starts to go right. You can see her disgust. More with the lane than her shot. It was a good shot off her hand. She's been working on those hand releases. You know, she's trying to get a little more to rotation like she did just there. She says that's a weakness for her. She's been working on that. She's been working on her speed as well. That for her is a weakness. And you'll see the ball come off her hand here, some out of the ball, starting right about there onto the lane. And that was key the last 3 weeks in the sport condition, is to get the ball down into the lane nice and clean and smooth, which she did there.
And right back at a spare, and this one.
Now the oil helped her that time. Get that ball over to the right.
Covers it, but barely. Carolyn defeated Lisa Bishop during the weekend match play and is ahead right now by 22 pins as she steps up in the third frame. She's working on a spare. Her max score possible, 280. That would be if she strikes out. Lisa Bishop's max score, 258. Kim Carolyn did a lot over the break, and you asked her where her favorite place was to travel internationally.
Well, over the break, I was lucky enough to go to Thailand and Singapore, and think both of them were fantastic. I loved the food. It was very interesting, but I think Singapore was probably my favorite because it was very easy to get around. The language was very easy to understand, and it was very Americanized and very comfortable. So that was my favorite on this break, but there are a few others, and I just really enjoy traveling.
Well, the travel actually did her well, and we talked about some of the averages on this pair, but Kim, how about Carolyn?
Oh, wow, 250.33 on this TV pair. We'll have to see if she can do that again tonight.
Exactly. She bowled 3 games on this pair and came out with a 250 average. I'd say she liked it.
She's off to a great start here.
Lisa Bishop trying to stay focused. She said that was her strength this week as she trails by 22 pins. No one striking, so there won't be a $50,000 bonus this week, but it will be there again next week by Travelodge for anybody that shoots a 300 on television.
I hope it's me.
I hope it is too. Will you buy me dinner if it is?
Sure.
Okay, everyone heard it. 10 pin again, so carry seems to be the key right now for Lisa Bishop.
I think she tried to get a little more turn on that shot to keep the ball alive, and it just didn't come up the back end quite enough with enough strength. It was a little weak, and that's why she left that weak 10 pin.
And maybe right now needs to be looking at slowing the ball down a bit. If you're enjoying this show, make sure you tune in. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard looks to repeat her success at Country Club Lanes in Mesa, Arizona, as the PWBA brings you the Wheelchair Awareness Classic. It'll be televised Monday, June 11th. It'll be a new time, 10:30. ESPN2 and by 44 pins. Remember, she's attempting to capture her 2nd title of the year already, and it's only our 4th event. Still has max score possible of 280. Lisa Bishop's max score now down to 236. She won that Queens tournament, WIBC Queens, which is a major title.
She knew that when she let it go that it was going to strike. You could tell. It was a great shot.
I want to take a minute and thank the Albuquerque Women's Bowling Association. They came out this week and helped with the gate, sold souvenirs, did whatever was needed out here to help the women and help the center and the tournament. So we appreciate it very much. Volunteer force, always important. Lisa Bishop taking a look at her hand.
Carolyn's taking an extra moment here to breathe. I think she got a little excited after that strike, and now she's just trying to prepare herself for the next shot.
Here's the average leaders this year through just 2 weeks. The Queens does not count for average, but those averages compiled by the Ebonite Tournament Coordinator. That is our official tournament software of the PWBA.
Another great shot off her hand. That preparation before the shot was really important.
Of the PWBA.
Another great shot.
Carolyn's a little pumped up. That was her reaction to that last shot.
Now, Lisa, let's correct this. Lisa went back to this ball just now in this frame. She's been switching back and forth between a couple of different balls. A little confusion there as to which ball she should be with.
She bowled such a great game the first game. I'm really surprised to see her make that change. But she had to feel something was going on with the lanes.
And I do think that that early hook to the right had something to do with that. She came back here and talked to her ball rep about it during the break.
Let me ask Lisa if playing golf helps her out with her bowling at all.
Golf helps me mentally. Out on the course, I focus on every shot. It's kind of like playing the lane. You have to focus on every shot and make good execution. So it's similar in that way. I face different golf courses, and like bowling, you face different lane conditions. Surface comes into play. I unfortunately didn't get to play a lot of golf over the break. I live in Michigan. It's cold up there. So, but I like golf because mentally it keeps me focused and prepared for bowling also.
Oh, Messenger.